Hi guys, welcome back. We are at Proverbs 27 today, and this proverb has 27 verses, so that's kind of cool. 27. Anyway, looking forward to hear some wisdom and seeing how we can apply it to our lives. So let's just jump right in and let's pray. Father, we thank you so much for this time that we could just take a little break, Lord, from everything that's going on in our lives and just sit before you. Father, we just thank you that you're in control and you know everything that happens before it happens. Lord, that nothing surprises you. Lord, that you are here in the midst of us, Lord, and we're not going to be moved. Lord, would you just open up your word for us to hear what you might speak to our hearts today and help our hearts to be ready to hear it. Father, help us to be ones to cooperate with what you say and adjust, Lord, the things we need to be adjusting and just getting wisdom, Lord. Help us to live a wise life, and thank you for your truths. In Jesus' name, amen. Okay, so Proverbs 27, verse 1. Do not boast about tomorrow, for you do not know what the day may bring. Isn't that so true? So again, if you don't know what I'm doing, I'm always looking down. I'm writing down the scriptures that I like and that speak to me. And I like that one because, we don't know. It's just good to have a thankful heart no matter what you're doing or where you are in life. Because you don't know what tomorrow's going to hold, I like that verse. Anyway, okay, verse 2. Let's keep going. It's not about just what I like, it's what you like and what the Lord's telling you. Okay, number 2. Let another man praise you and not your own mouth, a stranger and not your own lips. 3. A stone is heavy and sand is weighty, but a fool's wrath is heavier than both of them. 4. Wrath is cruel and anger a torrent, but who is able to stand before the jealous? 5. Open rebuke is better than love carefully concealed. 6. Faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Whenever I think of that verse, I always think about how Jesus was betrayed by a kiss. One of the most intimate things. And yet that's how Judas was used to deceive, not deceive Christ, but that's how he turned Christ over to the people, was through a kiss. I just thought, So every time I hear this verse, I think about that. But faithful are the wounds of a friend, but the kisses of an enemy are deceitful. Okay, verse 7. A satisfied soul loathes the honeycomb, but to the hungry soul every bitter thing is sweet. Verse 8. Like a bird that wanders from its nest is a man who wanders from his place. Verse 9. Ointment and perfume delight the heart, and the sweetness of a man's friend gives delight by hearty counsel. You have good friendships in your life, that's something you can be thankful for. Definitely. Verse 10, do not forsake your own friend or your father's friend, nor go to your brother's house in the day of your calamity. Better is a neighbor nearby than a brother far away. Verse 11, my son, be wise and make my heart glad, that I may answer him who reproaches me. Verse 12, a prudent man perceives evil and hides himself. The simple pass on and are punished. Verse 13, take the garment of him who is surety for a stranger, and hold it in a pledge when he is surety for a seductress. Verse 14, he who blesses his friend with a loud voice, rising early in the morning, it will be counted a curse to him. Verse 15. A continual dripping on a very rainy day and a contentious woman are alike. Verse 16. Whoever restrains her restrains the wind and grasps oil with his right hand. Verse 17. As iron sharpens iron, so a man sharpens the countenance of a friend. A lot about friendship in this one, huh? Verse 18. Whoever keeps the fig tree will eat its fruit, so he who waits on his master will be honored. Verse 19. As in water face reflects face, so a man's heart reveals the man. Just writing something down here real quick. Okay, verse 20. Hell and destruction are never full, so the eyes of a man are never satisfied. Verse 21. The refining pot is for silver, and the furnace for gold, and a man is valued by what others say of him. Reputation is important, definitely. Verse 22. Though you may grind a fool in the mortar with a pestle along with the crushed grain, yet his foolishness will not depart from him. Verse 23. Be diligent to know the state of your flocks and attend to your herds. Verse 24. For the riches are not forever, nor does a crown endure to all generations. Verse 25. When the hay is removed and the tender grass shows itself, and the herbs of the mountains are gathered in, verse 26, the lambs will provide your clothing, and the goats the price of the field. Verse 27. You shall have enough goat's milk for your food, and the food of your household, and the nourishment of your maid servants. That is Proverbs 27. And I like that. To be diligent to know the state of your flock, and taking care of what God has given you. He gives us these things and we need to take care of them. And I was just thinking about my children, to know the state that they're in. Children are growing in different stages, and I was reading some material that talked about every 6 months they change or they grow, and sometimes as parents we forget that our kids are actually growing, their bones are growing, their muscles, and everything's changing. It's a constant state of flux, and so it's just good to be reminded to know the state that they're in and be prepared. I remember just quickly, there's my daughter. She was about 7 years old, and she was doing this one behavior, and I thought it was kind of one that kind of bothered me, and I just didn't like it, and I was just like, oh, why is she doing this? And I didn't quite understand. And then I read on what was just very normal for that age level, and that was the one thing that they said is, watch for this, because this is what they need at this point, and this is how they'll behave in this situation. I thought, oh, that's it. And then it just released me from any kind of like annoyance, because I understood that she was in a stage, and it was all part of her growth and development, and we're able to work, and I was able to change my heart towards it, and just help her along that journey. So it's good to know the state of your flock. It's good to know where you are and just kind of evaluate in life, and make changes where there's changes necessary. And that's what I like about where we are, is you can make changes, you can work a different job, you can go in a different direction, and you can learn and go to school and learn different things, and you don't ever have to feel stuck or trapped. There's always new possibilities out there. And so I just encourage you guys, if you feel like you're needing a little change in life or something, that just start with something small, and then just see where that goes. And I'm excited because we are closing in on this journey for me, Proverbs 31 journey. And we have done 27. Yay, here's our chart. Look at all these X's. I know they're not there. They're kind of getting all mucked up, but that's okay. That means we're working hard. And I haven't made it perfect, and that's okay. But I am so excited to continue on and get to the end. I mean, I'm not missing out on this last part, but I just, the anticipation of, we're almost there, that feeling of completion is so fun. So it's going to be exciting. This is where I felt that the Lord had given me a heart for, and I listened to this Bible study today, and it talked about, finish what God's put before you. So I wanted to finish well. And anyway, so I hope you're enjoying this. I hope you're taking some of these verses and writing them down and thinking on them and meditating on them and just really personalizing them. And again, as I'm reading through the whole chapter, you don't have to go that fast. Take it down in pieces and stop the video or do your own thing. But God is with us, and He loves you, and He wants to speak to you. And just because this is so much of a friend chapter, why don't you thank a friend today for being a faithful friend to you? And it's just, just to be one of the things that sometimes we don't let our friends know how thankful we are for them. So I challenge you to do that. Write a letter, send a text, whatever it is, how you communicate, social media, whatever, and just tell a friend that you're thankful for them. All right, you guys, I'm so excited. We are so close. Keep going, keep coming, and we'll keep doing this together. All right, blessings.